So I thought about what would be really good to talk to you about today. And I think I want to talk to you about the effects of conflict. Um, a lot of times when we see conflict, we do believe in some way that we can stay out of it, that we can insulate ourselves from whatever that conflict is that is going on. Well, the truth about conflict is that it's very rarely living on an island. It's very rarely something that's not going to affect everything around the person or people within the conflict. So let's say we have a friend who has had somebody cause harm to him. And he tells me, I am going to care about that. And let's say it's something that is bothering me, so I have that conflict on me now, and I go out within the world feeling sad or worried or something about that person. So then all of a sudden there's going to be a ripple effect that goes out through our community. Now let's look at the person who caused the harm. So the person who created the harm or committed the harm, then we look at within their community. Hi, Lillian. Hi, Ranger. We look within their communities, right? And they've done something that they shouldn't have done. They're going to feel what they feel based around that. Now, I can't tell you what they feel, but I do know that everything around them starts feeling it. Everything around them starts feeling it. Something's off. Something's not right. Mom, dad, guardian, aunts, uncles. Something's not right. Something's not right with cutie patootie. Something's just not right with this person. Something's off. And we can sense it because most people are fairly intuitive. They can sense when something's off. And so it starts rippling now through their communities, their community. The person had the harm caused to them, their community. So it isn't nothing. It isn't just between two people. When people do crime, or when they commit harm, wherever or however it happens, it hits more. Something bad is said to someone, and they take whatever was said with them back into their community, and they say, this terrible thing happened to me. And then their friend, oh, who would do that? Nobody should do that. And it just kind of ripples. All that negativity ripples. Now let's say that the person who's been harmed and the person who has done harm come together in a way where this one can say what happened, what they were thinking, what was their motivation. This one can hear, and then this person can say, let me tell you about how it felt. And then the community members, their supports, can say, let me tell you what happened here. And then this one can say, let me tell you how worried we were about our friend, our mother, our father, our brother, our aunt. And everyone gets to have that open dialogue. So what's sent out in ripples now can be more, start sending out ripples where you get heard. So now, the one who's had harm done to them, the one who's created the harm, come together and they have that dialogue. And as much as we think, how's that going to help? Well, it does. I think when you've had something done to you that's hurt you, it's really important that the person who did the harm understands the effects, understands what it did to that person, understands how much their actions contributed to where this person is at that given time. They need to know that. It would be impossible for growth without some accountability and knowledge about what they've done and what's happened. Whether it's just in a family setting, brother and sister. You know, we talk about empathy. Empathy is extremely important. It's important for us to understand why this person picked us, why this person did what they did. It's important. And for the offender, for the person who created the crime, or created the offense, or caused the harm by something they said, by something they did. It truly is important for them to understand what they've done, how it affected the community at large, the smaller community of that other person's family, friends, and how that rippled out. Restorative practices, when you use circles or when you use conferences, is a way for that to happen. It's a way to start building that empathetic nerve, which we often hear about. Empathetic nerve is important for us to be able to develop, so we can start understanding when the ripple effect happens, it's not just happening on an island. And if someone is causing harm and they're not really attaching the accountability to it, or how they alone hold that responsibility, I think that it can be very harmful for them, for their futures, for where they're going. Empathy is huge and needs to be developed. And restorative practices, whether it's in circles, conferences, through informal meeting, through our questions, our statements, all these ways are the way we get to that. Anyway, the ripple effect. Thank you.